When I married Sarah, I thought I had found my partner for life. We built everything together, our home, our dreams, our little routines that made every day special. But beneath that picture-perfect life, she was hiding a truth that would one day crush me. She had been seeing another man behind my back. I discovered it one evening when she left her phone on the couch. A message popped up, one she clearly forgot to delete. Asterisk, last night was amazing. Can't wait to see you again. Asterisk, my blood ran cold. I scrolled through the thread, and there it was, weeks of betrayal spelled out in texts. She wasn't just cheating, she was building a double life. When I confronted her, she broke down in tears, swearing it was a mistake. But her eyes told the truth. She wasn't sorry she cheated, she was sorry she got caught. My heart turned to stone in that moment. I walked away, planning my next move carefully. If she thought I would forgive and forget, she was about to learn who she had really married. Days later, her sister called me, crying that Sarah had collapsed and was in the hospital. I rushed there, not out of love but out of curiosity. Seeing her lying weak and pale, I felt no pity. Instead, I felt the cold satisfaction of knowing fate had already started punishing her. Still, her family begged me to forgive her, to stand by her side. I stayed silent, but inside I was already crafting my revenge. Forgiveness was never going to happen. Instead, I decided to give her a taste of what betrayal truly feels like. I stayed close to her during her recovery, pretending to soften, letting her believe I was considering reconciliation. It gave her hope, and that hope was the weapon I would use to break her completely. The first step was financial. While she was bedridden, I quietly moved all our joint savings into an account under my name only. I canceled her credit cards and cut her off from a lifestyle she had enjoyed with me. She didn't notice at first, too consumed with trying to win me back. But the day she tried to use her card and it got declined, her face was priceless. The second step was social. I gathered all the messages, all the proof of her betrayal, and I sent them to her parents, her siblings, even her closest friends. The same family that begged me to forgive her now looked at her with disgust. Her mother couldn't even look her in the eyes. She wanted forgiveness, but instead she got shame. The third step was personal. I started rebuilding my life, but I did it openly. I went out with friends, smiled more, posted pictures of myself traveling, dining, living well. Every image was like a dagger to her heart because she could see what she had lost, a husband who had loved her deeply and a life she could never have again. When she was discharged from a hospital, she expected me to bring her home. Instead, I packed her belongings into boxes and left them at her parents' doorstep. I told her family she could stay with them, but she was never stepping foot in my house again. Her tears didn't move me, they only fueled my resolve. She begged me, saying she had learned her lesson, that the hospital had opened her eyes. But I remembered every lie, every sneaky text, every night she spent with another man while I was home waiting. Her suffering now was only a fraction of the pain she had caused me. Weeks passed, and she grew desperate. Her other man had vanished the moment she fell ill. He never visited, never called. She realized too late that the only man who truly cared for her was me, and I was the one who would never return. Her regret came like a flood, but it was useless. People whispered that I was cruel, that I should have forgiven her since she had been in the hospital. But none of them had lived my nights, crying into the pillow, feeling worthless because of her betrayal. None of them knew what it felt like to be betrayed by the person you trusted most. So I ignored the noise and stayed focused on my path. In the end, my revenge wasn't about shouting, fighting, or making a scene. It was about showing her the consequences of her choices. She lost everything, her husband, her respect, her comfort, and the future we had built. She was left with nothing but the memory of her own betrayal. And me. I walked away stronger. I didn't just get revenge on her, I reclaimed my dignity. She thought I would forgive because I was kind, but she forgot that even the kindest hearts can turn cold when betrayed. My revenge was complete, and my life was finally mine again.